around 75 minutes, maybe a bit shorter. And we're gonna, if you want, you can bring a journal to write things down. So I'll give you some things to think about, or like as we go through the flow. And if you want that, otherwise you can also just think it or embody it. So whatever works for you. But I'm just saying this in advance so you can get prepared with a journal. We will start by lying down. You can bring the soles of your feet together if this feels nice for you. If the knees are falling out too much for your groins here, for the inside of your thighs, you can bring a block or maybe a pillow if you don't have blocks, or like a thicker book underneath each knee, so the legs don't fall out quite as much. Good. And then you can close your eyes. Bring your left hand on your heart. Your right hand can rest on your lower belly. And let the inhales get longer and the exhales even longer. Maybe even bringing a little hold of your breath between one inhale and the next. In the tantric yoga, this point between one inhale and the next, between the pendulum swinging from one side to the next, is called the madhya. It's this point where they say we can access our consciousness most directly. So maybe you can bring some attention to this madhya point between one inhale and the next exhale. And as you start to focus on your breath, you will slow everything down. See if you can bring all your attention and focus onto the mat, leaving behind the intense holidays, maybe some of the feelings of disappointment or disconnection due to the pandemic that we're in, and us not being able to be with loved ones as we would like to. And just focus on your own feeling state. On a balance between the divine feminine that we have been focusing on all throughout December, this energy of creativity, motion, desire and power, the motherly nourishment and compassion, and on the other side, the male energies that we all embody as well. These are not to be gender oriented, by the way. You can detach this completely from any polarities. These are things that are beyond gender. So we all embody both female and male qualities, both the yin and the yang, both the Shakti and Shiva. So countering this female, this divine feminine energy of everything that is lively and throbbing, pulsating, creating, ever changing. Its counterpart is the stillness, the awareness. Energies such as black and white, achievement and hustling, being goal driven, and being forceful and fast. For this last class of 2021, I want to give you some time to think about which of these two polarities have drawn more of your 2021. So for now, I invite you to, as you embody your breath, to just conjure up a feeling state for this last year. Try to, rather than thinking, if you can embody a sensation that this year brings up in you. See if you can find the goddess Saraswati. And this goddess is not the idea of an omnipotent being, but it is the idea of an energy that resides within you as much as it does outside of us. And goddess Saraswati is the goddess of the word, the intuition, the guidance from a knowledge that we don't have in our mind so much, but more in our body. See if you can find her gentle flowing energy on the tip of your tongue, and let it undulate through you to find this one feeling state. Maybe it comes up as a word that your 2021 has made you embody. Maybe it comes up as a sensation somewhere in your physical body, or just a very gentle throbbing or vibration in your more subtle body, in your energetic center. And with the idea of this balance sensation, set an intention, also guided by Saraswati's energy. She is the goddess we call upon for intuition and insight. Let her guide your setting your sankalpa, your intention for tonight's class. Maybe an intention that you carry beyond across these days that take us into a new year. And from there, you can draw your knees into your chest. Hug them in close. And draw circles. Bring your hands on the knees and draw circles with your knees, sort of elongating your knees away from you, lengthening all the arms, and then drawing them back in. Keep your chin glued towards your chest, so your neck is also extended and flat along the mat. Change sides of the circle. Beautiful. Keep the knees close together. Just giving yourself a nice little back massage. And then you can let go of the right knee and lengthen out the right leg. Pull your left knee in close and grab a hold of the big toe with your index and middle finger, or the outside of the left foot for a one-sided or a one-half happy baby. So draw the knee in towards your chest and past your chest, maybe even. Pushing the foot flexed into your hand and towards the ceiling. Your right hand can rest on your right hip bone, so you don't sort of tip over towards the left. Good. And with the inhale, lengthen the left leg back out. Bring the right hand outside the left shin and bring the leg across your body to lengthen it out towards the right side. Good. Left arm can be out to the side, so it helps you support. The leg doesn't have to come down to the floor, of course. It can just hover. You can hold it there. Very nice. And then inhale, bring the knee back towards your chest. Bend the right knee. Bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh, just above your knee. And pull the right leg, the right thigh in towards your chest. Your hands can interlace behind the right thigh, or if you feel very flexible, you can interlace them behind the right shin, or on top of the right shin, that is, for a figure 4 stretch. Good. Very nice. And then exhale, release the right foot back down, plant the left foot also down, sort of hip width distance apart. We're coming up into a bridge pose. So you want to find your heels just a bit further away than your fingertips can reach. Exhale to pull your pubic bone towards your navel, so this little space between your lower back and the mat flattens away and disappears completely. Your entire spine is now glued to the mat. And then just continue this motion of rolling the spine upward and off the mat into a bridge pose. Good. Let your front body open here, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. You can even, if you like, walk the shoulders towards and interlace the hands behind your back. Nice. Send the hips a bit higher, relax the glutes and pull the insides of the thighs towards each other and down towards the mat. Make a little double chin to really lengthen the neck out. And then release the hands. Unfurl the spine back down towards the mat. One vertebrae at a time. Very nice. Let the left leg get long and draw the right knee into the chest for the second side of our happy baby, half happy baby. So then grab the big toe, the right big toe with index and middle finger, or the outside of the right foot with your hand. Left hand can come to the left hip bone. Nice. Drawing the knee past your chest, out towards the right side. The foot is pushing up into your hand. Beautiful. And then inhale to lengthen the right leg back out. Left hand comes outside the right calf and guide the leg across your body for a twist. And sort of a stretch into your IT band. The IT band is this bit of tissue, that connective tissue, not even muscle, that runs along the outside of your right thigh. Good. Keep the left shoulder grounded as much as you can. If it floats away a bit, don't worry. Just find this sort of stretch into both directions, this pull. Very nice. And then come back into the middle. Bring the right knee in towards the chest, left knee bends, and the right ankle lands on top of the left thigh for your figure 4 stretch. So hands interlace behind the left thigh or on top of the left shin. Here especially also make sure that you pulling the chin towards the chest so your spine remains flat on the mat. Very nice. Good. And then release the foot back down. Pull both knees in towards the chest and rock yourself up gently 2-3 times. Take your time to rock yourself into a seated position. Very nice. Good. Hands come onto your knees, close your eyes. Inhale to send the chest forward, up, lifting here from the sternum. You can even bring one hand for a moment onto the sternum here, so you can really feel how your chest starts to lift into your hand. Bring the hand back down and exhale to curl, finding the gaze towards the navel. Inhale, lift and lengthen forward, arch through. Exhale to coil. Inhale to lift. Exhale, coil, beautiful. And come back into a neutral position. We're drawing circles. So bring the navel, the spine out towards your left side. Then draw it forward as we just did, out towards the right and curl it back. Making big circles with your spine around your center line. You can use the arms here to lean into, to pull you forward. Beautiful. That looks amazing. Ellie, good stuff. Change sides. Very nice. come back into the neutral space. Find the hands out in front of you and come onto your knees for a tabletop position. Good. Very nice. From here, find another cat position as we just did, seated, bringing the gaze in towards the navel. Exhale to find the chest forward and through. Inhale, we're reversing the flow of the breath as we usually would. So see if you can inhale on a cat position, exhale on cow. In the cow, you want to draw the hands in towards your knees and apart and away from each other. Good. Very nice. And come to a still point, flattening the lower back by pulling the pubic bone in towards your navel. And see if you can rotate or circle only the pelvis around your center line. So exhale to pull the pubic bone in towards the navel, then send the entire hips out towards the right side and arch the back for a full circle. Essentially what Shakira does on the stage, just in a tabletop position here. So a very small movement. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and keeping your weight across a broad shoulder girdle. Change sides of the circle. Beautiful. And then come back into the middle. Nice. Slide the hands forward for Anahatasana. So the arms come wide and long, even wider than mat width distance, to sink your chest down towards the mat. Good. For a bit of a chest opener, inhale to draw the hands back in towards you for a cat position. Good. Tuck the toes and sit back into a child's pose variation. Good. Inhale to send the chest forward, arching the back, bringing chest and chin down to the mat. Hips come down, chest comes up for a baby cobra. And exhale, push back into a cat pose. Again, let's sit back onto the heels, arch the back, look forward like you're pouncing. And then send the chest forward, chest down to the mat, chin to the mat for Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, hips come down, chest comes up for baby cobra. Exhale, push back into your cat pose. And start to flow fluently from one pose into the next. So, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, hips come down, chest comes up. Exhale for cat pose. Last one. Arch the back, sit back onto the hips, look forward. Inhale, chest and chin come forward and down towards the mat. Hips lower, inhale, come up for cobra. Exhale, cat pose. Beautiful. Tuck the toes and push up into your first downward facing dog. Beautiful. You can bend the knees very generously here. So bring them in close towards the chest. As a matter of fact, I want you to bring them in as close as you can. Come onto the tippy toes and engage into the arms and the side body to push the mat away, to lift the hip bones, the seat bones high up into the sky. The bend in your legs remains. And then you can pedal left heel down towards the mat. And then the right heel, left hip, heel lifts. Keep the lifting sensation, drawing the lower ribs in, arching the lower back, almost like you want to take a little back bend. Good. And then walk the feet towards the mat, slow motion. So first bring the left foot one step forward, sinking the chest towards your bent knee. Then the right foot comes forward, always elongating into the back of the legs and into the back of the back body. Left foot forward, right, until you arrive in your Uttanasana, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale for Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. So the upper body comes into an L shape to your legs. Hands can come onto the shins, so your lower back here can flatten. Bring a hand on this little small of your back here, the lower back, to make sure this is as long and as broad as possible. Good. Exhale to fold again into Uttanasana. And root to rise, so grounding through the feet, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Good, arms come over your head. Exhale, chair pose, bend the knees, send the hips back. Lower ribs drawing in. Nice. Inhale, lifting onto your tippy toes. Good. Exhale, send the heels back down. Fold forward, Uttanasana, planting the hand. Step right foot back, left foot back into your high plank. Beautiful. For a moment, remain here. Push the shoulder blades apart and away from each other to create space and a rounded upper back while the hips sink slower. Push the heels back towards the end of the mat. And then sink the knees down, sit back into a child's pose. And tuck the toes, lift off into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. Step it down. Look forward, hands stay on the mat for now. Sinking hips into a low lunge. Inhale from your Mula Bandha, so from your pelvic floor, lift yourself up, let the limbs follow. Maybe embodying this sensation you had for your 2021. Find a gentle back bend here. Exhale, frame the front foot. And step back, high plank. One inhale to lift the shoulder blades up and apart, creating space between your chest and the mat. Exhale, knees come down, sit back, child's pose. Inhale, hips lift off, downward facing dog. Good, left foot steps forward. Good, sink the hips down. Beautiful, inhale, come up for high lunge. Nice, gentle arch here. Lifting the chest up as we did before. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back, high plank. As we did before the vinyasa, lift into the shoulder girdle, shoulder blades apart. Exhale, knees come down, sit back into your child's. And then inhale up for downward dog. Beautiful. In your downward dog, explore if it feels different to you if you bring the heels more outward, the toes a tad more inward. So do this now. It's a very small adjustment. And see if you can get more length into the back of the legs. And then do the opposite. Bring the toes a point more outward, heels more inward. And see how this feels. Good. And then bring them parallel to each other, the feet. And see which one of those three is your version of downward dog. Good, look forward and step, left foot, right foot forward, Uttanasana forward, fold. Grab a hold of the big toes with the index and middle finger, bend in elbows and draw yourself deeper into this Uttanasana. Bend the knees so much so your lower ribs can rest on the thighs. If you need to bend the knees more for this to happen, do this. But you want to really fold from your hip joint forward, and then from there rise the seat bones higher towards the ceiling. Your neck is relaxed, top of the head is pulling towards your toes. Good, inhale, release, come up into half Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Good. Arms over the head to reach them long. This takes a bit more power from your core. And then sink the hips down, bend the knees for chair pose. Yes, good stuff. Lift off onto your tippy toes. Inhale, sink the heels down, come up to standing. Nice. Exhale, drop the arms back, drawing a big circle. Inhale, bring the arms forward in front of you. Another circle, arms high. Exhale, drop them back, draw your biggest circle possible. And this time bring the arms forward, bring the lower arms together. So from elbow to your pinky finger, everything's glued together. Beautiful. Inhale to lift here. Lift the arms away from your face and away from your body. Nice. And exhale, release the arms, fold forward, swan dive forward along the center line. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Good. Inhale, send the weight forward and come all the way down towards the mat, either over your knees or with a full long body. Nice. Slide the forearms forward for a Sphinx pose. So you want the hands to be spread wide, fingers are spread wide. Inhale to lift the chest up and send it through and forward through the upper arms. Good. Then bend the left knee and pulsate this foot towards your buttocks for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lift the left arm off the mat, reach it around in a big circle to grab a hold of this left foot. Good stuff. Lift and twist the chest forward. Bring the foot closer to your buttocks. Your fingers can point down towards your knee, so the opposite way that your toes are pointing, or you can flip the grip, just twisting your hand around on your foot so the fingers are pointing the same directions as your toes. And lift the chest forward and up through, twisting your upper body back forward, elongating into this upper front thigh. Good. If you want more, you can lift off onto the right palm here to bring more of a back bend into the sensation. Good. Exhale, come down, release the left foot very gently. Don't sling back it, slingshot it back. And stack the hands on top of your forehead on top of your hands. Wiggling the hips for a moment. And come back into your Sphinx pose. Arms are out in front of you, pulling your chest forward, relaxing the glutes. So make sure that in your back bends, you always relax your glutes. Bend the right knee and pulsate for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right arm reaches around and grab a hold of the foot here. Bring the foot in towards the buttocks. Chest is twisting forward, so use your left hand here to draw it in towards you and countering with your chest forward. Good. If there's more in your back bend, it also depends not only on your flexibility but also how your spine is built, if this is accessible to you. Lift up onto your hand. Good. And then exhale, release, come down onto your forearm if you're up. Release the right foot. Stack the head again onto the hands and wiggle for just a moment. Good. Nice. And then slide the hands towards the chest, right and left. Come up into either upward dog or cobra. Up to you. And exhale, push back downward facing. Look forward towards your hand. Step the left foot forward, right foot forward. If you feel super solar, you can also trump forward. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend the knees to the rest of the ribs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, arms over the head, reach them long. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Interlace the hands behind your back, sending the chest forward and through as we just practiced. Lift off onto the tippy toes. And inhale, come up to standing. Find a gentle back bend, really keeping the hands engaged, interlaced. Good. And release, come back into Tadasana, palms pointing forward. Nice. We're coming into a Chandra Namaskar, moon salutation. This is attributed to a teacher called Shiva, so it's not my invention. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, left foot steps back. And open both feet towards the long side of the mat. Good. Exhale, sinking into your squat here. So bending the knees. Arms come down into a goddess pose. Into cactus. Yes, beautiful. So see from the side that your butt is not sticking out the back, but you can pull your pubic bone in towards your navel to flatten this lower back here. Nice. You can find a bit of a sway. This is also called the Kalyasana. The Kali is one of the goddesses we were exploring this month. She's a very fierce and powerful warrior goddess, looking very scary, but she's responsible for the destruction of all the things that don't serve you anymore. Inhale to lift off into long legs. Exhale, twist both toes towards the front of the mat again. Arms come out to the side, and then send the hip back towards the end of the mat. Right hand is reaching forward until you can't reach no more. Yes, beautiful. Lower ribs pulling in, bring the hand down towards your chin. If you have a block and you need a block, you can bring your block inside the front foot, or just use your shin. Inhale to lift and lengthen the left arm high, and twist right ribs underneath the left. Good. If you want, optional to bring the left arm behind your lower back to grab a hold of the right rib hips here. Good. Inhale to look forward, release the left arm, twist both feet to point forward, and frame the front foot, maybe with blocks for Parsvottanasana, or pyramid pose. Inhale to lift and lengthen, exhale to fold. Sending the right hip back, left hip forward. Okay, relax the neck down. Good stuff, yes. Let every inhale expand the chest and expand you forward to lengthen the spine. Every exhale maybe sinks you a bit deeper. Inhale to bend the front knee, bring the left knee down towards the mat. Inhale, come up for low lunge. Exhale, bring the right arm down along the back of the left thigh. Left arm lifts you high for a twist and a gentle, gentle back bend. Your left toes can be tucked or flat on the mat. That's up to you. What we want is the elongation here of the front of the left leg, the front of the left thigh. As you are contemplating your 2021 and the feeling state, see if you can start to project the balance between female and male forward. Good. Inhale, bring both arms high. Exhale, bring them inside the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off the mat, and twist yourself open into Skandasana. Low lunge, low side lunge here. Your hands can be on the mat, or you can have them at your heart center. Both feet are pointing towards the long side of the mat. Good. Left leg is long. You can pull the left knee toes in towards the knee. Good. So invitation is here to start to project these energies forward and to conjure up a feeling state for the next year. And maybe use those goddess energies to see where you want to focus on, which qualities you want to invoke in yourself. Inhale to walk the hands over to the left foot. Right leg is lengthening, good. Sink the hips down, right toes are pulling in towards the knee. Good, very nice. Hands at heart center or in front of you, both is fine. Just lengthen the back. So if you've been practicing with me throughout December, you met Kali, the goddess of time and destruction. You met Lakshmi, the goddess of beauty and bliss. She is everything that is beautiful and healing. Inhale to walk the hands towards the end of the mat, twisting both feet to point towards the end of the mat. Sink the right knee down. Inhale, come up, low lunge. Exhale, bring the left arm down towards the back of the right leg. Right arm is pulling you up and back. Make sure here your belly is drawing in, the navel is pulling in towards the spine. Good stuff. So Lakshmi is considered a householder goddess because she's so accessible. She's invoked for any worldly success, money, abundance, but also fertility and sheer beauty of objects, but also your spiritual world. Inhale to bring both arms forward, both hands framing the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off the mat, lengthening the front leg. Maybe you need to step your back foot a bit closer for pyramid pose in the reverse. I know you're facing away the other side now. Send the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale to lift the chest up and long. Exhale to fold. The third goddess you met is Saraswati. She is the goddess of studying, of wisdom, words and sound. She's one of the only goddesses which doesn't have a consort per se. She used to be married to Brahma, but then Brahma got really pissed off with her always missing out on her wifely duties and focusing on her studies of the spiritual world instead. Bring the left hand on the left shin or inside the left foot. Inhale to bring the right arm high, letting your right foot twist open. So your toes are pointing out gently, like 45 degrees angle towards the side. Option to wrap the right arm behind your lower back to reach for the left hip. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Saraswati is known to be the discerning power between good words that create connection and beauty and are helpful and truthful, and those words that create evil and fake facts. And she's generally the discerning power between good and bad. Her name literally means the flowing one, and she's riding on a swan called Hamsa. She is so focused on her poetry and her writing. Inhale to bring the right arm high. Exhale, lift off into your goddess pose again, so twisting both feet forward, maybe heel toeing in the feet a bit closer. Exhale, sink the hips down. Again into your goddess pose. Good. For now, this time around, you can bring both hands inside the knees onto the thighs, so the fingers are pointing outward and the thumb is pointing inward. And sink the chest forward. Bend the left elbow and twist towards your left shoulder, sending the gaze over your left arm backwards. Use our hands here to bring the legs apart more, to lengthen into the inside of the groins. Inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale, second side. Right elbow bends, left arm gets long. Making sure you don't hyperextend your left elbow, especially us ladies. We tend to do this more than men. So keep a gentle microbend if you know that you're prone to hyperextension. Inhale, come back into the middle and come up into your goddess pose. Exhale, step towards the top of your mat. Take your gentle back bend here with the interlacing of the hands behind the back. Good. Very nice. Release the hands. Inhale the right knee up towards the chest. And exhale, step it back into your low lunge. Heels, knee coming down. Inhale up. Beautiful. Exhale, bring both hands inside the front foot. Good. Sink the hips down for this lizard variation. And from there, bring the left hand inside the left thigh, right knee bends. Good. Inhale the right arm around to grab a hold of the back foot. Good. Twist your chest backwards towards your left foot. Your right hand, you can also bring a block underneath your right hand if the floor is too far away. Yes. Good. So now that you know about all these goddesses, at least the 3 that we met so far, see if you can figure out which ones of the qualities you want to invoke more of, you want to embody more of in the 2021. Relax, release the back foot, bring both hands back inside the front leg, and lift the back knee off the mat for this lizard on your hands. Inhale the right arm high, bring the right heel down towards the mat for a simple twist. Another twist, sorry, a Parsvakonasana. Hips sink a bit further down. Good. Engage your center. Drawing the navel in and underneath the ribs. Inhale from your pelvic floor, lift off into your warrior 2. Good. Gaze goes over the middle finger in front of you. Good. Inhale, come towards your heart with your hands, fanning into Lakshmi's mudra. So bringing the pinky finger side of your hands and the thumb finger side together, spreading the fingers away from each other for this lotus pose. Because Lakshmi is sitting on a lotus flower. She holds 2 lotus flowers in her 4 hands. And the lotus stands for bringing out your inner priorities, your inner strengths that are so personally yours. So close your eyes and see if you can conjure up the feeling state of this. Good. Inhale to bring the arms back out to the side. Exhale, lengthen the left leg. Draw both toes along the long side again of the mat. Bring the hands in towards the hip bones. With the next inhale, create more length. And exhale to fold halfway forward. Pull the navel in towards the chest. And bring the arms over the head forward. A bit of a core engagement again here. Good, and then fold forward into Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands landing out in front of you. Your top of the head sliding down, relaxing the neck. Inhale to sort of waft the arms over towards the left, bending the left knee. Exhale, slide them over towards the right. You can even drag them a bit gently along the floor. Beautiful. Finding into very gentle side squats here. Good. And then come back into Prasarita Padottanasana. Walk the hands over to the right foot. Grab the outside of the right foot or the right shin with your left hand. I'm doing it the other way around, but don't worry. Inhale the right arm high for a twist. Lengthen the upper body. And close your eyes to lengthen inhales and exhales. Inhale to lift a bit more, exhale, twist deeper. And then come down with the right arm, walk it over to the left foot. Right hand grabs the outside of the left foot or left shin. Come up with the opposite arm. Inhale to lift the chest up and forward. Exhale to twist. Send the gaze up towards the ceiling. And fold over this right leg. Good. And exhale, fold forward again. Good. Inhale, walk the hands towards your right foot, towards the front of the mat. Twist both feet back forward. Bend the front knee, come up for your high lunge. Good. Exhale, frame the front foot, step the right front foot back, high lunge. And we're going through our vinyasa. Exhale, knees come down. And come back into your child's pose. Good. Inhale, come up for a downward facing dog. 2, 3 breaths here to find your stance. As you contemplate your 2021 and looking forward to the next year, see if you can find an imbalance between those male qualities of speed, goal-drivenness, and success. The more black and white and clear-cut versus the softly flowing, fluid, gentle yet discerning femininity. Look forward between the hands, bend the knees, step or hop up to you to land between the hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, sink the knees, hips down, bend the knees, come up into your chair pose. Good. Exhale, interlace behind the hands, behind the back, your hands behind the back. Inhale, lift onto your tippy toes. And inhale, come up to standing, gentle back bend here. Lifting the chest forward, send the hip forward. Inhale, release. Standing up into Tadasana. Good. Second side. Inhale, lift the left knee up. Exhale, step it back towards the back of the mat, sinking the left knee down. Inhale, come up high into your low lunge. Good. Exhale, bring both hands inside the front foot. Lift the back knee off the mat, twist the heel down, left arm comes high. Parsvottanasana. Good. No, Parsvakonasana. I don't know. If the hand cannot reach the floor, bring a block, or you can bring the right elbow on top of the right knee. I forgot to say that before. Apologies. Yes, very good. Bend the front knee a bit more, Ellie. Yes, that's it. Good. Left arm reaches high. Twist the chest towards the ceiling. Good stuff. And then from Mula Bandha, lift up, inhale up into your warrior 2. Good. Sinking the hips low, tuck the pubic bone in towards the belly. Lengthening the gaze over the middle finger with the inhale. At the next inhale, bring the arms in towards your chest. Find the lotus mudra again. Closing your eyes. Contemplating your own qualities in this past year. And maybe where you can find the subtlest of signs, calls within you that tell you that you might need a bit more of something else. And what your intention for this next year might be. For you, for only you, your energetic body. Inhale the arms long again. Good. Exhale, lengthen the front leg, twist both feet towards the long side of the mat. Lift up high with a inhale, exhale, hands to the hips and fold halfway forward. Good. Inhale, arms lift forward over the head. Shift the weight into the heels, flattening the lower back, drawing the navel in. Exhale to fold forward. Good. This time we're staying in Parsvottanasana. Bring the hands outside your ankles, or index and middle finger around each toe to pull yourself deeper. Inhale to bend the knees gently. Exhale to lengthen into the back of the legs, dropping the top of the head towards the mat. Using your grip here to draw yourself deeper. Good. Very nice. Inhale, look forward, lengthening the back again. Walk the hands forward. First, finding into this downward dog shape with your upper body. I'll show you from the side. So walk the hands forward to flatten the back. And drop your chest between the arms, like we did before in Anahadasana, heart melting pose. But keep the hips, the ribs integrated, so the lower ribs are drawing inward, keeping your front body engaged. Walk the hands a bit more apart from each other to create more space for your chest to sink through the arms. Good. Inhale to lift halfway up, draw the hands a bit closer. Right hand palms down in front of you, left arm twists you up high. Good. Push into the outside edges of your feet. Send the hips back and up. Yes, that looks great. Dig the fingertips in, gaze follows your left hand. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Right hand comes up. Beautiful. Good. And then right hand comes down. Walk both hands over towards your front foot, twisting both feet to point forward again, bending the front knee. Inhale, come up for your last high lunge. Maybe finding this gentle back bend. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back, high plank. Good. Go through your vinyasa, so sending the weight forward. Knees come down, exhale. Hips come back and down. Child's pose. Inhale, downward facing dog. Good. Nice. Come down onto your knees from here. Tabletop position. And lengthen the left leg out towards the back. Good. Plant the left foot down. The entire sole of the foot is on the mat. And careful now, watch, bring the right shin outside the outside side of the right side of the mat. Good. Inhale, left arm high for this knee side plank. Good. Make sure your body here is integrated, so your navel is pulling inward, pubic bone is pulling up towards the navel. Good. And from the pelvic floor now, lift off. Inhale, the arms up high. Exhale, left hand slides along the left leg for gate pose. Parigrasana. Opening to the side body here. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm comes high. And watch out now, step the back foot, left foot a bit closer, and inhale to lift the right knee off the mat. If you don't feel like it, because it's a slow fall, you can just stay in side plank. Right knee hovers, exhale, bring it down, inhale, come up, Parigrasana. Exhale, right hand lands gently. Inhale, lift the knee off the mat. Right knee hovers. Good. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come up, Parigrasana, last round. Exhale, right hand flat lands. Left arm lifts and lift from the pelvic floor. Nice. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the right knee down. Left hand down, left knee in. Coming back into all fours. Good. Exhale, Anahadasana, arms slide forward. Hands are wide, just sinks. Inhale to draw the hands inward, cat pose. And neutral position. Neutral always means that our lower back is flat. The core is gently engaged. Second side. Right leg gets long, right sole plants down. Left knee spins outward so the shin lands outside the left side of the mat. Inhale, right arm high. For a side plank on your knee. Good. Scan through your center line here. From the top of your head down through your body, along the midline into the tail end of your spine. Centering and inhale, lifting from the pelvic floor. Right hand slides along the right knee, leg, left arm high. Twist the chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand lengths, right arm comes high. Step the right foot a bit closer maybe. Inhale to lift the left knee off the mat. Use your fingertips in the left hand to dig in. Left knee lands, inhale, come up for a Parigrasana. Reach into the fingertips of the left hand, maybe finding Buddhi Mudra, thumb and middle finger meeting, inhale, or exhale, sorry, landing the left hand down. Inhale, lifting the left knee off the mat for the last one. Exhale, left knee comes down, right hand comes down, right knee spins in, and find into your cat pose, tucking the tailbone in. Good. Nice, and then tuck the toes, push your hips back up, downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, look forward towards the front of the mat. Exhale, bend the knee, step or hop to land between the hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Grab the toes again with index and middle finger to draw yourself deeper, lengthening the back of the legs. Inhale, release for halfway lift. Bring the arms over the head again. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose, interlacing the arms. Interlace them the other way around the hands so that the other pinky finger is on top. Inhale, lift onto the tippy toes. Oops. Nice. And exhale, sink the heels down, come up into high standing, gentle back bend. And release, come into Tadasana, palms pointing forward. Check into your balance, right and left. So close your eyes. Lifting all 10 toes off the mat, including also the inside of your foot, the arch. From there, let the energy rise along the inside of your legs, up into your pelvis. See if you can find a center of fluidity there. The seat of Parvati. Pulling pubic bone in towards the navel. Rise up with your attention through the upper body, lifting the sternum high. Moving from your heart space here. Good. And then let the energy rise further up through your entire head, into the crown of your head. And then plant first the pinky toe, then the second toe, then the third, fourth, and fifth down to the mat. Closing your eyes and see if your right or left side takes more of your weight. If you inhale through your left side of the body, the lunar side, the more female side, and exhale through the right side of your body, where the Pingala Nadi, the energy center, the energy flow of the male energy is situated. If you find an imbalance, and just notice, maybe you want to jot something down, obviously you always can. Inhale the arms high, exhale step the left foot back, opening up towards the long side of your mat, sink the knee, the hips down, goddess pose. Pubic bone draws in towards the navel. Nice. Inhale to lengthen the legs, twist both feet forward, sending the hips back. Our right arm reaches forward, exhale. Parsvakonasana. No. Trikonasana, sorry. Inhale to lift, left arm high. Exhale, bring it down. Framing the front foot, spinning the left foot to point forward as well. Lifting the chest up high. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the front knee, sink the left knee down towards the mat. Come up for your high, low lunge. Option again to twist here. Bring the right hand back along the back of the thigh. Left arm lifts you high. And inhale to windmill both arms up and inside the front foot. Lift the back knee off the mat. Find your side squat. Hands at your heart or in front of you. We don't stay as long this time. And walk yourself over, finding the middle squat here onto the left side. The feet can be flat or they can be flexed. So the right foot in this case. Nice. And then plant the hands down. Frame your front foot. Sink the back knee, the right knee down. Inhale, come up for your low lunge. Twist the other side. Left hand comes back, right arm comes high. Using the left hand only as guidance, not so much to carry weight. You want to carry the weight from your center line here, from your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, the root lock and the belly lock, as they're called in yoga. Exhale, bring both arms forward, hands frame the front foot, lift the back knee off the mat, lengthening the front leg. Maybe you need to step the back foot a bit closer. Inhale to lift the chest up and long. Exhale to fold. Blocks might be helpful to raise the floor towards you. Good. Inhale, bring the left hand inside the left foot. Twist the right foot to point 45-degree angles. Left hand on the floor or on the shin. Inhale, the right arm high. Strong center line, strong pubic pelvis floor, and from there lift off into your goddess pose. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to tilt over towards your right side, keeping this, this cactus shape in your arms. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, right, left side. Drawing shoulder blades together behind you. Good. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, lengthen the legs, step towards the front. Arms come high. Exhale, fold forward. Heel toe the feet apart, so they're mat width distance apart. Exhale, sink the buttocks down for yogi squat. And reach the arms more forward so you can plant the buttocks down without plumping down. Beautiful. Very nice. We're coming into Chandrashirshasana. Bring both legs out in front of you. Lift the chest high, maybe with a bit of support of your hands behind you. And then bring the left foot inside the right thigh. Good. Arms come high. Exhale to twist towards the right foot. You might need to want to bend this right leg a bit. So you can now exhale to fold, rest your lower ribs on the thigh. Good. Folding forward. Your hands land where they do. It's not the goal to reach the foot. It's much more the idea to keep an integrated connection between your upper body and the thigh, and from there start to lengthen into the back of the leg. Good. Very nice. Inhale to curl up. Take this left foot, bring the left knee up, and bring the foot across the other leg, so behind the right knee. Inhale the arms high, exhale to twist towards your left thigh. conjuring up again the feeling state you want to pervade through the next year. This can be one single word. It can be one single mantra, maybe even a phrase, or just a sensation. Sometimes it's hard to put words on a sensation we long for. You can bring the right arm inside the left thigh if you want to deepen this twist. Beautiful. Nice, and then inhale, release the muscles and see how this unwinds you very naturally back forward, releasing the arms in the process. Good. From here, bring the left knee down, bringing in the right leg below. So the left foot is stacked on the right knee and the left knee is stacked on the right foot. If this is feasible to you. If the knee here is lifting off, that's fine. You can just bring a pillow or a block so it can rest like this. If this is totally unattainable for you, you can also bring the bottom leg out in front of you for this figure 4 sensation. Good. So you're in Agni Sambhasana here. Walk the hands forward, lengthening the chest. Yes. And exhale to fold. Maybe coming onto the forearms. Maybe you're staying onto the hands. That's fine. But relax the neck down. You can also curl the back here, it's fine. What we want is the stretch in the glutes. Yeah? Beautiful. Considering the energies of the goddesses we contemplated this month, reflect back on the past year where fierceness, what role it played for you. Did you let it arise and shine? We often, as women, suppress this part of our being, but there is a fierce part to our energy. Inhale to come up. Nice. Release the legs. Bring them out in front of you. Shake them out a bit before we go into the second side. Good. Inhale to open up the legs gently. Bring the right foot inside the left thigh. For Chanushirasana on the second side. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, twist the upper body towards the left foot. Keep the left toes drawing in towards you. Maybe bending the knee gently here. And fold. Resting your upper body in this slightly twisted fashion on your thigh. Inhale to create more length in the spine. Pull those vertebrae apart. And exhale to fold. How much did you let Kali's energy shine through to remove things that keep you back, that don't serve you anymore? And how much are we often just too nice and gentle to do this? If you contemplate Lakshmi, in Tantra she's called Kamalatmika, by the way. What energy of beauty and abundance comes up for you? What does the meaning of abundance have in your past year? And what do you want it to have in your new year? Maybe in a worldly fashion, maybe in a more spiritual, more subtle fashion. Inhale to walk the hands in towards yourself. Bring the right knee in, the right foot across the left leg, behind or next to the left knee. Inhale, the arms high. Lifting the chest up. Exhale to twist, hugging the right thigh in towards your chest. And twisting back. Keep the left toes flexed, so the left leg stays engaged. Good. Inhale the left arm high, optional to bring the left upper arm outside the right thigh. Use your right hand as a kickstand. Good. what is the meaning of abundance for you? And what is it that you want to manifest in this next year? And exhale or inhale, release the muscles, twist back forward. Bringing the right knee down, left leg folds in underneath for your Agni Sambhasana onto the second side. So the legs are quite out in front of you, so it's not like a cross-legged position, but the legs are actually parallel to your mat rim. Inhale the arms high. Nice, and exhale, fold forward. And if you contemplate Saraswati, the goddess of words and wisdom, how did you use your words cautiously or carelessly in 2021? And how much did you trust intuition, this embodied knowledge that we have that goes beyond reason and rationality? How often did you let your creative flow of words or art or music come through to express this fluidity of your feminine, your divine feminine energy? Good. Inhale to walk the hands in, back towards you. And lengthen the legs out in front of you. Good. Hands come underneath the knees. Inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale to curl, send the gaze in towards the navel, coiling the back, leaning into the arms until they get long. They're like holding you onto the legs now. Hollow the entire front body, pubic bone pulls in towards the navel. And then let go of the hands, curling the spine down towards the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Very nice. And then you can find one last pose of your choosing. This can be a twist, another one, we just done one. Or you can come into an inversion. Maybe you want to take a very gentle inversion after this full, rounded, yet slow flow. You can just bring the legs into an L shape to your upper body. If you want, you can bring a block or a pillow underneath your lower back. Or even bring the legs up against the wall. Beautiful. And let this become part of your Shavasana, closing your eyes. Drawing the energy back in towards the breath. And see how long you can create the inhales. Slowing down everything. And whether you can extend this pause between the inhale and the exhale. Hello. Yes, I lost my connection. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh, you guys are still here. Okay, beautiful. Let's finish this off. Okay, you must have come out of your shavasana by now. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh wait, I think you can't even hear me. Hold on. That's really bad. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's see. Okay, can you guys hear me? Perfect. Good. Okay. So sorry about this. Just come as you come out of your shavasana now. Come into your cross-legged seat. Beautiful. Close your eyes just for another moment of gathering our attention. Bring your hands onto the knees with the palms pointing upward. Let the thumb and middle finger join for the Buddhi Mudra. It's the mudra for intention and intuition. So let it guide you to set a word for your 2022, for your next year to come. Inhale to create space for new beginnings. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center to speak your own silent grace and gratitude for these teachings we get to share across countries and boundaries, borders, in times of craziness. I'm Shri Dum Durgaye Namaha. You can speak Durga's mantra with me if you like. We'll do it another 2 times. I'm Shri Dum Durgaye Namaha. I'm Shri Dum Durgaye Namaha. Bring your hands to your forehead, bow in gratitude towards your body, towards your being. Jai Ma Namaste. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me tonight.